I once asked who would want to live here. I know, the snow comes down far more than the sun cares to shine. But it's home to me. Home is where the people are at, and don't get me wrong, many of these people do try to kill me. But it's for those that stand by me, those that help me realise what being the Dragonborn meant. Those that help me be strong. This is my home. This is Skyrim. The horn of Jurgen Windcaller was gone. Someone was going to use it as a bargaining chip to talk to me. The culprit was Delphine from Riverwood. Her request was simple in her eyes. She wanted me and herself to go kill a dragon. I was unsure whether I wanted to do it yet. She told me to meet her later. In good faith, she gave me the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, which I would then take to the Greybeards. Upon returning the horn to the Greybeards, they taught me the final word of this shout, giving me a shout so powerful that it could send anything flying. Wanting to test the shout's newfound power, I tested it on the frost troll that I crossed paths with on my way to this building. Oh my god! It was truly amazing. It was incredible. But what do I do now? I don't want to kill the dragon just yet. So what now? I think I have an idea. I find myself going back to Whiterun to talk to the companions, to take them up on the offer they previously gave to me. With a lot of mystery of the process of this transformation, Ayla's blood was spilled into the bowl. All I had to do to complete it was to drink from the fountain.
I was starting to think you might never come back. Yours was not an easy transformation, but you're still alive, so congratulations.
With days of my memory just gone from existence, I was finally a werewolf. Ayla had a celebration for my werewolf transformation. We were going to take on and slaughter a pack of werewolf hunters known as the Silver Hand. My newfound power allowed me to run faster than ever. I charged my enemies, taking them out with ease. I would feast on the bodies of the dead, giving me more power, which would help me in the future become stronger and more powerful than I have ever been in this land. As a younger werewolf, I had such little fear, but I would just charge my enemies, taking them out one after the other. They didn't stand a chance. My hunger was driving me. It was driving me forward. But seeing the poor treatment of fellow werewolves, that was all I needed to realize that this group needed to end. This group needed to die. So I continued on, pushing through one enemy after another, destroying, feasting, becoming stronger, and making this group ever weaker. Yes, I was a beast, but I felt that I was doing the right thing. I felt that I was standing for the innocent and taking out the guilty. And there I was, faced with Krev the Skinner, the leader of this particular group. Many werewolves evidently fell victim to this man. He became their victim. Way too many of them. But today, he was my victim. Today, I skinned the Skinner. After days of travelling, I was starting to feel very tired, but I knew I had a mission to go and complete. However, along the way, I would have a group of bandits who would try and stop me short in my tracks, so they had to die too. Arriving at my destination, I was greeted with the dead. It was not up to me to decide whether the dead were the guilty or the innocent, but it was up to me to put an end to the man who caused it all. The people who were meant to defend him fell with absolute ease. Maybe he should have chose stronger protection, but ultimately, the beast would put an end to his reign of misery. I returned to Ayla to let her know that the group had been taken care of. She then alerted me about some others who were sniffing around, and then directed me to their camp to try and figure out what their plans truly were. Arriving at my location, I was greeted and blessed with the beauty of a wonderful landscape, a complete contrast to the group that I was about to take care of, a group I was about to annihilate. I had no idea how many men were in this cave, so I knew I had to be careful, so I decided today I would sneak around just a little bit more. With the first 2 men down, I knew that I had to approach with more caution. Like a hawk, I stole the life of a man. With his friends seeing me, his life would fare no better. My mace would reduce his lifespan to 0. One man after another, they would all fall. I would wipe them out until I got to the final room, where it would have been me, but the beast that eradicated the final few. We can all be monsters, but being a monster doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're willing to do what you need to do to survive, to protect you and those that you love. And the Silver Hand felt that today. Upon handing the plans to Ayla, she believes that we have the Silver Hand on the run. I ask for more work, but she lets me know that Kodlak wishes to speak to me. Kodlak spoke to me about the circle, explaining to me although to some it is a gift, but to others it is indeed a curse. He wished for me to try find a cure so that those that wish not to be trapped in the afterlife could free themselves from the werewolf curse. I went ahead and travelled through the wilderness, in the dark, up until I found the Glenmoral Coven. Upon finding them, I defeat one of the witches, swiftly removing their head and returning it back to Whiterun as it was needed as the first part to remove the werewolf curse. However, I returned back to Whiterun with a deathly silence. I head towards the companions and find chaos has ensued. 2 bodies of the dead. And wait, what?
Where have you been? I hope it was important, because it means you weren't here to defend him.
Kodlak had died, and I was not here to protect him. I had to avenge the man. I would travel far across the lands to find whoever was responsible, kill any man or woman who had a part to play in this. It was time to realize his dream. It was time to lift the curse from those who wanted to be free.
At this loss, we weep.
We weep.
For the fallen,
We shout.
And for ourselves, we take our
Cowardly.
His funeral was wonderful. We all agreed that we were going to help Kodlak, help him free his soul, to depart from being a werewolf to being the man that he wished to be, even in death. The land that I would go through, it was full of creatures that I had never seen, full of dangerous creatures. The land itself did not welcome any visitors. If anything, it welcomed death, as I would learn. Are you dead? Everything I cared about in this land, it was taken away from me. You're a good horse. This pain I just couldn't bear. Well, I had to. For Kodlak, for my horse, for those that I have lost, for those that I will lose. I have to do it for them. To be strong and give it my all. The weapon I was given back at the Undercroft, I placed on the statue before we proceeded through the tomb. This place was so secure, much more secure than most places I had ever been. It was defended by the ghosts of the companions of the past. Some I could take down with ease, but some would put up a fight like no other. But I had to do it for Kodlak. I had to free Kodlak. I had to make his dream come true. Truthfully, I struggled as an ordinary being. I had to use the werewolf, his curse, and my gift to free his soul. And there he was, Kodlak. Maybe not in the flesh, but it was him. Ultimately now, all I had to do was kill his werewolf soul.
Greetings, shield sister, and so slain the beast inside of me. I thank you for this gift.
And giving me the highest honor he possibly could. He made me leader of the companions.